Hi there, it's Kevin with Gathering Magic Combat with match number 4 with our non-budget Rogues Alley Bant Enchantments deck. Yes, we'd like to play... no, he gets to play first. He has to keep this, though. We're going to be a very bad player and keep this hand because we're gonna draw a land within 2 turns and be able to Pilgrim's Eye for our other source. That's the plan anyway. We do have action with Hangarback Walker. And a basic Mountain first turn with no play, so... Could be any deck still. Another Hangarback Walker's fine. Gives us action for 2 turns. But we do need to hit this land next turn. Still have 2 draws to hit a land. Temur is what this is most likely to be. Temur can actually be a bit of an issue because they can go over the top of us. Silkwrap, not a card I want to see quite yet. But we'll Hangarback for 1 and pass the turn. I think it's Wild Slashed. It does. But it leaves back a nice little Thopter token. A Stratus Dancer, which he's missing lands too, so we're both in the same predicament. I still think it's Hangarback. Alrighty. So you can hit the 3rd land drop first. We're both stuck. And at least I have action, though. But, yeah, he hits his 3rd first. Seems like a Rattleclaw morphed over. Savage Knuckleblade. Which we can still Silkwrap if we can draw into a land. Ha! No, we can't. We can kill the Savage Knuckleblade, though. And force a pump. I think I just take the damage at this point and just pray that we can... How many draws is that? 1, 2... What turn is this? This is 5? Turn 6. So 5 draws we miss a land. He's an Icy Blast, which is going to be able to get in for 6 damage, and they don't untap. Yeah, where's that white source? Come on. Ha! Of course. Well, at this point, we'll equip some... equipment. Finally hit our white source. Might be too little too late. He can get in here for actually 8 damage. We'll be able to Silkwrap the Savage Knuckleblade. Unless he has a Disdainful Stroke up. No, okay, he's just going to do the damage. I'm down to a 6. Crater's Claw is getting very scary. At this point now, we do need to use the Silkwrap. And, yeah, I still can't attack in. So we take care of the Savage Knuckleblade number 1. He has gotten very unlucky with just 3 lands. Turn 8, so out of 7 draws each, we've drawn whopping a few lands here and there. I will block with the Thopter. And he'll morph over. That's most likely to be a Den Protector or a Rattleclaw, or possibly another Dancer. We are not going to take any chances, though. We'll Silkwrap it, which is another Dancer. I think we will just attack in for 8. Puts him on a two-turn clock. And has to block with the Knuckleblade if he puts out a Knuckleblade. Now, he has to block with the Morph token. And we can easily top deck our way out of this. Not a Starfield of Nyx. So we just tack in. Do I Thopter Spy Network though here? No, it's Thopter Spy Network. Yeah, is I think that we just Pilgrim's Eye. Another Dancer. And we have a 5/5 flyer on the back end. So, wow, what a crazy, crazy game for both of us. Suspension fields are lovely in this one, so is Encase and Ices. This is one where I think we have a really good matchup. Surge of Righteousness can take care of Savage Knuckleblades. I actually do think that they come in. Wasteland Strangler can kill a number of things in his deck, so I believe it does come in as well. I think Sigils are just, we'll go down to a 1-of, take some From Beyonds out. I think that Ruination Guide is not bad. I'm going to try Ruination Guide in this one. The Strangler's fine, Pilgrim's fine, Helm of the Gods is still really good. Quarantine Field's good. Starfield of Nyx can completely come out. I think we're just going to go down to a 1-of From Beyond and 1-of Sigil of Empty Throne. Pilgrim's Eye, I think we'll go down to a 2-of. Silkwrap still takes care of enough cards. Don't care about Pilgrim's Eye. I'm going to take out a 1-of Helm. No, Helm is really good in this one. Just play the heavy, heavy control route. I don't think we need to retreat in here either. Quarantine Field is okay, but it's a little bit expensive. Maybe that's just the right cut. Is Quarantine Fields or Pilgrim's Eye? I'm going to take out the Pilgrim's Eyes, and we'll submit this. Can't keep this hand. Wow. And this is actually a great hand. Put this on bottom. Basically no... Well, it shovels back in, so... Air of the Wilds. Do I care? We'll encase it. And I do believe we do it right now, even though it has flash. We'll Hangarback for 1. See if it's Wild Slashed. Does not. We'll have the Thopter Spy Network, hopefully. I don't even know if we need to crack this Flooded Strand quite yet. Well, yes, we do. We'll go get a blue, white. And let's get a basic white here. And now we can Thopter Spy Network. Attacking for 1, draws us a card. Which is another land. So we're great on the lands now. We have 2 enchantments out for the Helm of the Gods, so even this little Thopter is a threat. And that's the basis of the guide. So Radiant Flames, that's... Oh, it got rid of my enchantment too. That's actually pretty good. We have an Encase and Ice backup, which is just going to be a huge Hangarback. Well, Hangarback for 2. And this can actually just go get us a Sunken, and we can cast the Helm of the Gods. And that should be... With the Surge of Righteousness and the Encase and Ice, that should be pretty much game. We get back into the Thopter. We're going to draw a card next turn. Especially with Roast, because Roast is something that does not give it summoning sickness. He had to do it on his turn. Roast is terrible versus my deck. He doesn't know what he's playing against though. There's a Quarantine Field and another Hangarback. And Radiant Flames sort of wipes the board again. But we have 2 Thopter tokens still on the battlefield. We'll just keep up the pressure. Keep drawing cards. He has gotten very unlucky with his draws, though. Hasn't been able to draw lands to save his life. But these flash Encase and Ices and Stasis Snares are going to be insanely good. And there's the concession. So, another 3-1 finish. We'll go on the wrap-up video. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with your wrap-up video for our Rogues Alley episode this week, upgrading the white enchantment decks into a Bant enchantment deck. And another 3-1 finish, though, so I don't even know if this would be a better deck or just... I think it's got... Thopter Spy Network was very powerful. The Thopter Spy Network Hangarback Walker combo, or the Helm of the Gods Thopter Spy Network was also a really, really powerful little combo because no one's running just artifact removal at the moment. There's a few Kolaghan's commands out every now and again, but yeah, it's few and far between. Cards I didn't quite like. I think were way too top heavy. So if I were to upgrade this or do anything to this deck, I'd put 4 Suspension Fields main board and then 4 Silkwraps main board. And then I actually like Quarantine Field a lot. I think that we'd add another Quarantine Field and just might cut the From Beyonds completely. They're good, but they have the least synergy in this deck. I think that Sigils is a little bit more powerful. And this puts us down to 9 ways to create tokens. And then the Quarantine Field, every time I had it, it was useful. So that's the list I would run right now. The sideboard, I think keeping the Sigils in the... Well, the thing is, though, I don't know if we'd want Sigils, any more Sigils in the sideboard, because they are good against certain decks. So I think I just cut the From Beyond, and then just have 3 From Beyonds. I think that, and then the Sigils are fine in the sideboard. Starfield of Nyx is still okay, I think main boardable. We have plenty of enchantments that can become lethal, like From Beyonds and Thopters. You didn't get to see any of those matchups where you just cast a Starfield of Nyx and then win the game. With like, you have a couple Stasis Snares, Thopter Spy Network out, and From Beyonds, you're attacking for like 11 damage or something. And I still like the Dampening Pulse. The Wasteland Strangler is good. The Ruination Guide is still really good. I'm debating whether to just put those main board and still put the Suspension Fields. Like, we could have the whole Tutor package main board. I don't think I want a Nullifier main board, though. Yeah, I think this would be the best one main board, because Wasteland Strangler I think you'd use often. And the Ruination Guide still is it's a 3-2 for 3 mana, which isn't bad. And then any Pilgrim's Eyes or Hangarback Walkers actually get a boost. So I think we should try it main board, see how we like it. We can always end up cutting it. Retreat's still good in the sideboard. I thought about putting like the other 4 mana Retreat just seems weaker than From Beyond. Other than it does have the whole implication the Retreat to Emeria can either be like sort of what a Ruination Guide does by giving all your creatures +1/+1 until end of turn with a land. So if you have a fetch, if you like top deck into a fetch land or still have a fetch land, you can effectively give all of your creatures +2/+2. And with From Beyond tokens, say you have like 2 or 3 of those, or a couple Thopter Spy Network or Hangarback Walker Thopters, you could easily go lethal with the Retreat to Emeria. It's just a card that I always thought just Sigil was better. I didn't quite like it in the deck, so just some food for thought there. So Damping Matrix, Starfield of Nyx as a 2 of the sideboard, still fine. Ulamog's Nullifier, I still think is a great card. With Surge of Righteousness will help us versus those hyper-aggressive decks. Sigils can come in against versus control. Yeah, that'd absolutely be the list that I would run right now with more experience. So I've played this match now 11 times with this deck with different versions, and it is now 10-1, which even though it's just the 2-man queues on MTGO, I think is very significant. If you combine that with the black-white enchantments deck, which went another 3-1 finish, that puts us at 13-2, which I think that we've faced Bring to Light, we've faced Jeskai Black multiple times, Temur multiple times, I've faced Atarka Red. Silkwrap is very good against that, so is the Surge of Righteousness. And it's It does need some more data. I wish some other people would play test this and let me know how well it does at your local game store, or if you take it to a more significant tournament, definitely let me know in the comment section or email me at roguedeckbuilder@gmail.com. Again, this was a user-submitted deck by Neil, and I highly appreciate it when I receive decks. So I get a ton, and when I say a ton, that's an understatement, of people emailing me with their deck lists. I do try to read every email. I don't have the time to respond back to all of them, but occasionally I'll get these gems like the one that Neil sent me, and be able to actually construct like a formidable deck, I would say, with the 13-2 finish that came out of just that email. So I highly appreciate that. Gave me a lot of points, stocked up on a lot of points for more two-man queues. It means I won't be having to spend tickets for quite a while. I can just use my points to play the two-mans, which is nice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these matches. I don't know if we'll do a playing on a budget for White-Red. White-Red's something I want to mess around with Outpost Siege and Molten Vortex. I think both those cards are pretty good. Molten Vortex just seems very, very control. I don't know, though, like Outpost Siege, being able to play lands there and then discard any other lands that we may draw into. But Outpost Siege seems to be like the missing link. You do want card advantage. The Black-White Enchantments deck just seemed to have a little bit low on the card advantage. We had to use Read the Bones. And I'm thinking Outpost Siege is just going to be better than Read the Bones. But we'll have to wait and see if I do decide to play that for playing a budget next week. We'll definitely have some more matchups with this white enchantment archetype. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.